All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. I know. Book entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father, Amazon Kindle Create Space. Link will be in the description box below. The deportation land grab. The way I look at, um, deportation and, this immigration issue or illegal immigration issue is I look at it as a land grab. Um, I could be right, I could be wrong, but when I was a kid, my family told me about the stories of my family members who had who were before me, who were business owners, land owners, homeowners, who, due to how this country's racism is set up, it's got a checking and a saving, that people were ran out of town, property taken, and you know, business deals were um, terminated in some ways, or after the fact, after the paperwork was signed, was skewed in a different way for other people to profit in ways that wasn't in the business deal because they were in business because for at the time white people were they're going by their own rules. Even the rules they made up weren't set in stone because if they were white and you weren't, of course they just band together and stab you in the back, kill you, get rid of you, lynch you, run you out of town, screw you over in the bank, or just all kinds of stuff like that. And you know, as people, we don't talk about this because some of us don't know our family history for one, and some of our families don't um, pass down the information. Some people actually decided they wanted to sell off the businesses and because they wanted the ball, and that caused rift with families. So you might have two completely different sides of the families not speaking to each other, and you don't even know your other family members, and you don't know why you don't know them. It's because of stuff like that. So when I look at deportation, I look at the same thing because kind of like an eminent domain, um, hostile takeover, drug dealer confiscation situation to me. And what I mean by that is, people came to this country, quote unquote, illegally, or they came here legally and didn't leave. But the way this country's set up, you can make money off of illegal activity. So just like there are people who don't have driver's licenses that have car insurance. That shouldn't be the case because this country takes advantage. They take money for anything. So the same thing with illegal immigrants. Like they can come here, they can get business loans, they can start businesses, they can rent apartments, buy homes, buy cars, um, start businesses if they want to. And they're not everybody knows they're illegal, but you know this country has a tendency to cater to immigrants more than people of a certain color, like myself, or just um, they'll go with your plan if you got a good plan because they feel like they can make some money off of it. And what happens is some of these people have good game plans and they profit off of these game plans. And guess what? They made a pretty good living for themselves. But the problem lies in that they were illegal. They were illegal from the when they since they started. So all the things that they've gotten, even if they pay taxes, it's still under the framework of being illegal. You know, it's still under that umbrella of illegal activity. That's why I say it's kind of like drug confiscation because now you have a person who made a pretty good life for themselves and a good living for themselves in this country. But since it was all done illegally, you probably could confiscate that. You probably could just take it. Look. Yeah, I understand that you got a nice home, nice car, got created a nice family, but you're a criminal. So you got to get out of here for one. And then that's the thing about having, depending on how people treat you, they might dip into the bank account, even if you marry. You know, because marriage doesn't save some of these guys because they were quote unquote illegal, right? You know, even if they're trying to do the right thing, even if they was going, to the immigration office every year, you know, I guess checking in, and some guys who did or didn't apply for citizenship, they just like, we're gonna be here. Well, not under this administration. I mean, people are getting deported under Obama in record numbers. So it's not like it's the first time happening, but I think what's different is people never looked at it like, hey man, these people could gonna take your land, because guess what? You paid for that house, but since you were the primary breadwinner paying for it, and it was from and you're an you're illegal citizen or illegal immigrant. They could if they want to, they could boot you out of that house or your family out of that house after they boot you out of the country, and now they could take that land and resell it to somebody else, which means they keep the money that you put into it, even if you paid for it, even if it's paid for, you know what I'm saying, and resell it to somebody else to make more money on it. And people don't think about it like that, but that's personally how I think about it, because what's the use of messing with quote unquote illegal immigrants who are model citizens, but you got to also look at it under the thing of they're illegal immigrants who are criminals. They, it is what it is. Drug dealers, gun runners, so on and so forth. Just straight up criminals who, get caught, go to their home country, come back, go back and forth like that. You have people like that. So they're gonna be looked as a group as criminals. So you got to deal with that. Some people don't want to deal with that fact, but it is what it is. So what are they gonna do to you? They're gonna put you in a van and send you to wherever you come from, and then you're gonna call back asking how your family doing, and if you got a wife and kids, you know, or the husband and kids, whatever. But I'm just saying wife and kids. You know, now you're separated from your family. Your kids are here, and they might just say, "You look, you're lucky we're letting you keep your kids here because honestly, they really illegal because of you, because you ain't a citizen. So you thought you brought them here and that made them a citizen. Yeah, you found a loophole, but technically it might not be a loophole. Because that's why I said it's at people's discretion. Plenty of people who've committed crimes and their families can't keep the benefits of it. And I'm not saying being here illegally is considered a crime. So, even if you are a model citizen or a criminal. So this is why um, a lot of illegal immigrants were getting jobs. And, I've heard all the stories of people paying them under the table, not paying them, short changing them. And who could they complain to? Because they ain't supposed to be here. So they got screwed a lot. And you just got to play that game. And these businesses got rich off of getting labor out of people and shortchanging them, because if they didn't comply with getting screwed, hey man, we could just call immigration on you. How about that? You know. But the money, but I think also people got sick of people making money here and sending money back to their homeland. So it could be a way to stick it to you for like, you should have kept that money in the American economy instead of sending it back to wherever you come from. So you know what? Since you here illegally and you making money, and we've given you loans, we've given you business, we've given you cover for your good and bad people, and how about we repay you by kicking you out and the money and the property on your way out, because guess what? You ain't here legally no way. So for me, that's how I look at it. That is, in a sense, it's a land grab. Tell me what you think. We out.